Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo Snyder from MJ Shady Inkers, and welcome. You are watching me live. I'm going to share with you the April 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit, and it's called My Wonderful Family. So welcome. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and some exciting stuff that's coming our way as demonstrators and as customers as well. Tomorrow, hi Joette, tomorrow Stampin' Up! Will be sharing the retirement list with all of the customers out there and us. And if you live on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, that will be available on the Stampin' Up! Website at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is 1 o'clock Mountain Time. I don't know all the time zones, but for our area, Eastern Standard Time, you can see that retired list at 3 o'clock. So keep your eyes out for that. I do not have a hostess code for that, so if you're interested in making a purchase through my online store for those items that will be retiring, you want to be sure. Hello, Mimi. Hi, Gail. Thanks for being here. I miss you, Mimi. We need to connect as soon as all this mess is over. It's been a long time. I love seeing you on Facebook and that we've reconnected from so long ago. This is just a sidebar, everyone. Yeah, we definitely need to make a point when all this is said and done this summer to try and connect so that we can see each other. So anyway, back to Stampin' Up! And the retired list. When that is available and you want to place an order, just jump on over to my website on my online store and place that order. Of course, you know all those amazing in colors, Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, Blueberry Bushel. Those items that are those colors and coordinating products are going to disappear off the shelves quickly. If you have those ink colors and you need the refills, I would suggest going on there today and making that purchase. When they announce that list tomorrow, you're going to find that those things are going to disappear really quick. So just so you know, any questions about the retired list that will be available to you tomorrow, just be sure to reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer questions. So we're going to get right to this. This kit, I've seen a couple previews from other demonstrators as well as Stampin' Up! It's pretty amazing. It's got some really nice elements that I absolutely love. So, and it's supposed to focus all on family. So let's get right in here. I've already tried to get the tissue paper all out of the way so that I wasn't making a ton of noise. This is actually a sneak peek of Just Add in Color. This is a kit in color, which is the May kit. Interested in receiving this kit, you would need to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin on or before May 10th to receive this kit. And I'm going to let you know that there are going to be 4 of the new in colors that are going to be featured in the new catalog. That will be available to you in June, beginning of June. I think it's June 3rd. I'll check those dates. But the new in colors, there will be 4 of them featured in here. Not necessarily the ink spots, but there will be featuring 4 of those new in colors in this kit. So you may want to get your hands on that. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll, again, post the link in the description of this video so that you can subscribe through my online store. So it looks like we have some really, really nice stamps here. This looks like it's part of a tree. There's Happy Mother's Day, Mom, Son, Brother, Dad, Daughter, Sister. Some butterflies, very excited. I'm glad you are my family. Family where life begins and love never ends. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll always be here for you. A tree stump, some leaves. Really pretty font. I love the script font in there. We're going to have some fun with this. I can totally see some alternate projects already popping in my head just with this stamp set. If you get this, if you have received this kit, it's too late now unless they have refills and kits available later on, which I think they're usually available today. I'd have to check, but Pear Pizzazz is the ink spot. I usually set those aside and either re-gift them, and I usually just use my larger stamp set or my ink pad. Looks like there's some pretty, it almost looks like Rococo Rose. I'm not really sure of the color, but we're going to go ahead and take a peek. This is what the projects inside the April kit are going to look like as instructed. And you know me, I always like to make alternate projects. I've already kind of fumbled myself through opening the cellophane just so I didn't have to mess with that too much. Well, we're going to go ahead and see what's in here. We got, of course, your kit always comes with adhesive, all that you need to create the projects inside. And those of you that get Paper Pumpkin, I keep these. So if ever you want to recycle and you live local and you want to get those to me, feel free. Hold on to them and I'll get them from you. I use them for my packaging of stuff that I send out. So let's see. We have, these are all the elements in the kit. And coordinating colors: crushed curry, early espresso, melon mambo, mint macaron, pear pizzazz, shaded spruce, and soft sea foam. So this actually is melon mambo. Very pretty ribbon. Okay, I'm liking the way these look. Very exciting. So of course you have your die cut images. There's some dimensionals. These cute little, looks like colored pearls in pear pizzazz or mint macaron, and crushed curry. So those are really, really pretty. Those will be cute to embellish with. Of course, you have your envelopes, and you have 4 in each color. And look at that. They've already finished the flaps for us, so we don't need additional designer series paper. They've already made the envelopes pretty for us. All right. And this says, life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. It is in families that we learn to love, teach what is most important, and grow together in love and laughter. Grateful for you, happy to be yours. Oh, that can bring some tears to your eyes. I know exactly what I'm going to do with those. Oh, I'm so excited there's butterflies in here. Okay, so we have some, looks like some note cards going on. Oh no, a fun fold. We are going to be doing some Z folds. I'm totally thrilled with that. So this is the inside flap of the card, and we're going to do some Z folds. That's pretty amazing. So you have 4 of those card bases. Wow, the wind just really picked up outside. You have beautiful butterflies and birds that you can put on your projects. These banners in soft sea foam and crushed curry. And again, we have another another fancy fold. I like that they're doing fancy folds in this kit. Fun folds are so much, they're just so much fun. So we got 4 of those card bases. And then we have these die cut images. You have these leaves. And there's, looks like you got a couple extra because you're making 4 of each card, and it looks like they gave you 2 extra so you can do alternate projects with them. So let's just take one of these out because we know we're going to need one of those for one of our projects. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of the samples for you today, and then I'll revisit. Probably this Sunday I'll pull this kit out and do some alternates with you. Again, we have more banners and tags for your sentiments and stuff like that. And I'm going to go ahead and take one of these little trees out of here, the stump, the branches. Very nice. I'm liking that. We're going to use one of those today. We'll set those aside. So it looks like we got a couple each as extras. And of course, I always order an extra kit. My intent is so that my mom can come and craft with me. But during this isolation, I think I'm just going to pack up that kit with some ink, and well, she'll already have the ink, but with a block that she might need, and get it to her so she can craft at home. So, alrighty. So for this project, and of course I'm visual, I'm going to need one of these for the image with the tree, and one of these to go underneath that banner. And I will need 2 birds. So we will get a bird facing in 2 different directions as the picture shows. You got one facing each other. We don't need the envelopes. We do need our tree. We need this card base, and I'll grab those out of the way there. We'll need this card base, and it looks like we'll need our gems. And that looks like it's about it. So I am going to take time to actually look at the directions. Because these are fun folds, you want to make sure that you're adhering the stuff to the top of the card the right way. The one thing you don't want to do, which I'm going to show you already, obviously this folds together. this is going to go on here. But what you don't want to do is cause this. If you glue this down, you can't open your card. So you have to make sure you're adhering it so that this pops up without being adhered to this bottom flap. Make sense? Okay, so we have those pieces. We want to grab our, we're going to need our ink. Looks like we're going to need this stamp, and I saw a little trick with this. All right, because the required or recommended stamp block with your very first Paper Pumpkin kit when you subscribe, it comes with a D block, but it's a little thinner than this. It's actually made for the Paper Pumpkin kits. So they could have made a stamp to create this entire image, but it wouldn't have fit on your standard block that you get with Paper Pumpkin. And the purpose of Paper Pumpkin is so that you don't have to, it's not necessary to purchase additional product. Everything's in the kit for you to make whatever's in the kit. So when they send you your very first Paper Pumpkin kit, you get a standard D block. So it's supposed to fit every stamp that ever comes in a Paper Pumpkin kit. So you really don't need additional blocks. Of course, if you're like me, Paper Pumpkin is just step one, and then you get caught up into all the other amazing products from Stampin' Up, and you want it all, and then you start purchasing, and that's just how it goes, just because it's amazing. I do need to find my Stampin' Pierce mat because we are using photopolymer stamps, and we all know, I actually need to get a new one of these. We all know when you are stamping that when you're using photopolymer stamps, especially the new stamps, you want to be sure, and this is going to fold this way, so this is the right direction. You want to be sure that you are using some cushion because they don't have they're not red rubber and they don't have that added foam to them. All right, so I'm just going to take a look. So you can see how they're doing the stamping on this. So they're going to stamp on one side and then stamp the other. But I also see that they are positioning this over the images that are already there. So you have to kind of eyeball where that's going to line up. And I'm not really sure where that is. It might be right there. So the little yellow dots in the tree already and the floral images that are already punched, this photopolymer stamp is going to allow you to find where to line that up and stamp right where you need to. Make sense? All right, so let's grab our Pear Pizzazz ink pad. Of course, you'll use your ink spot that came with your kit if you have this kit and you don't have the larger ink pad. And again, find those dots on your paper, on your card base, and you're just going to press that down. Hopefully I have that lined up good. Oh, perfect, right? So far, so good. Let's try the other side. It's really just giving you a guide where to place your stamp so that your stamp is mimicking the image on the instructions. And I think we're good there. So I'm going to just place that down. I'm a little off on this one, but that's okay. Not too bad, right? So we have that. There's our tree. And now we're going to grab this guy, and I'm going to grab my silicone mat, which I probably should have had all of this stuff out way in advance. And I'm not really sure at the moment where my sponge is for this. So, oh, here it is. I like to use my silicone mat and some Tombow glue, this multi-purpose liquid glue, when I have delicate images that I need to just stick partially down. Like these branches, it would be really difficult to run my tape runner over that and place that where I need to. So my Pear Pizzazz ink is very dark. I think it's new. It's very saturated. It shouldn't be that dark, but that's okay. Maybe I'll switch and use the soft sea foam because that is a coordinating color as well. But it's okay. It actually looks more of a old olive. It's kind of darker than I intended. I think it's just because I have a new ink pad and it's really saturated. So, okay, you want to dab a little glue there. And this silicone mat is amazing because when this dries, you'll be able to remove that from there. I have a sponge that is designated strictly for my Tombow glue. So we're going to pick up some of that glue and we are going to dab it on our tree. Do not put glue on the entire tree or you're going to regret it because you won't be able to open your card. So my biggest concern is to just make sure I have glue on. Now you don't have to use Tombow glue. You can use the, obviously you can use what came in the kit, the glue dots. I'm just showing you with Tombow because I have that on hand and it's just a quicker process for me. But you certainly can use those mini glue dots that came in your kit. That's what they're intended for. And just place those in certain spots on the tree so that you can adhere it down with that. It's just same concept. And what else? Let's see. So the next thing we need to do is take a look at this. We're going to grab our banner. And I think we're going to do that beautiful saying that I absolutely loved. We're going to grab another D-block because I have tons for my classes. And I don't have tons, but I have enough if I have a bigger class. Because this is what I do. I teach how to stamp, right? And we're going to get our ink again. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that on our piercing mat. Grab our piercing mat again. And this again says family, where life begins and love never ends. Amen. I'm going to stamp that in the center, like so. Close our ink. And we will grab these two pieces. And I am not certain if, I think that we're going to, obviously I don't read the directions. Sometimes that causes me grief. Sometimes I do fine. But I think this is going to help that stay down. So let's see. We're going to adhere this with, you can use your glue dots that come in your kit. I'm going to use snail right across the center and kind of eyeball where that should go. You want it to be even on both sides so it creates that little peak of color, just a pop of color, contrast. It's that same color that's in the center of those leaves on the tree. Now, what you want to do, you can add this on with dimensionals, which I think I'm going to do, and only add the dimensionals up here or on the top portion of this. So I'm actually going to use the mini dimensionals. If that is what came in the kit, I am not sure because all of a sudden I have misplaced all those adhesives that came in the kit, but that's okay. We're going to take some mini dimensionals and find the top portion of our banner. We are just going to line some up there on that top portion. Another, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if that's what they did in the instructions to pop this up, but I'm going to do that because I prefer a little dimension. There's no ribbon on this card. The ribbon actually is on the other card that we're going to do. And hopefully I'm not working off the screen and you can see me okay. Thank you for being here, everyone. All right, and then you want to make sure that you are not adhering that closed, as we already discussed. You're going to adhere that right there, and your card will be able to open like so. Okay? So then we're going to find those glue dots, and if I can't find them, this right here is a bin full of stuff that I received, all the adhesives that I've received in my paper pumpkin kits. That are left over or whatever the case is, not used. And since I'm not sure where my little glue dots went for this kit, we are going to find some. So I have another sheet like so, and I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. Obviously I did not come in here and prep ahead of time. I was cleaning up from dinner, so I apologize that everything's kind of scattered. I'm going to grab one of these with my take your pick tool, which I never used to use these glue dots, which is why I have so many left from previous kits until I got this take your pick tool, because this makes it so much easier to get those on there and remove the top layer. So that is very helpful. And we are going to place this guy right here and this one right on that branch. And let's see if there's any, I'm not sure if we use any of the, let's see. So these are your directions. You get all the steps. And of course there's a ruler if you have to measure ribbon or twine or anything like that. I wonder if we dress it up with some little gems. Embellish cards with pearls. Apparently so. So you have these pearls, and it looks like you have plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those out of that tiny little bag. And then we have our putty end, which I'm going to tear some of that mess off. Putty end, and you just kind of push these off. And I'm actually going to put them over a couple of the bigger colors on the tree. And there's something about odd numbers when you have sequins and gems and embellishments. So we're going to put 5 on there just to have an odd number. I don't know why that is. Rhyme or reason, not sure. So, and there you have that card. Very nice. Simple. Nice fun fold. Someone's going to love getting that. The next card, so we need the other card base. I'm like really excited about this kit. All right, so we have the other card base. It's a fun fold. So this is going to be the panel that is showing when you fold over the, it's a Z fold when you fold this over. Grab your bone folder and you're just gonna varnish those edges just so they stay closed really well. Okay, so we have that, and now this is where that beautiful saying comes in, and that's gonna go right here, okay? Lost my directions. All right, so that's gonna go there, and that actually goes flush. You wanna make sure though, again, that you're only putting adhesive on the portion that is gonna stick down to that top flap. Otherwise, if you put it here, you're not gonna be able to open your card. That's the secret of these fancy folds, fun folds, is to make sure when you're adhering your layers that you're not causing yourself grief by you know, sealing your card shut and people can't open it. So a lot of times I like to just come in here with my adhesive around where I think it needs to be, and then I'll just put that layer on. Or if you're putting it up with dimensionals, you can certainly put your dimensionals on there as well. So then you don't have any issues opening that card up, okay? So now we want to grab those beautiful leaves, and it looks like, oh, I'm so excited we get to use I kind of don't want to cover this. That's really frustrating, honestly. I don't want to cover that up. What? Seriously, why would you cover that up? Okay, I'm going to do it as a kit instructs because that's what it's telling me to do, but I don't want to. I'm not going to because I love that verse. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bypass using this. I'll cut a piece off. So I'm totally like thinking outside the box already. I'm sorry, I don't want to cover this. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're going to come in here and we're going to cut some of these leaves. So this is going to make my kit go a little bit further, right? Right. And I'm going to place this, and of course you don't want it to come off of your outside of your card. You know, can't pick it up. You don't want it to go outside the card because you want it to fit in the envelope. So let's go ahead and kind of round that off a little bit. It's okay, we can put that right there, give it a little bit of color. I'm good with that. Let's just, I'm not even going to add dimensionals. We're going to put this guy right here. So I only put adhesive on those 2 leaves. This one is kind of freestanding because I didn't want it to adhere to the bottom parts. I'm sorry, I just didn't want to cover that up. And then I'm going to have to put a sentiment, but I'm going to find somewhere else to do that other than where the picture is. And actually I don't even know if it needs a sentiment. I'm going to add probably a butterfly, maybe another leaf over here. And I'm going to call it good. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And the verse is just beautiful. So there's me crafting outside the box. And, you know, you can do that with Paper Pumpkin. It gives you every opportunity to change it to the way you want to make it. So I'm going to put this leaf down here. And then I'm going to grab a butterfly. And I seriously am not going to put another sentiment on here. Just going to grab those really pretty butterflies. And I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. Very rarely do I kind of go rogue. I usually follow the instructions in my first video, and then I come back later and share alternate projects with you. Yeah, today we have graduated. I don't know who's out there watching me, but this is kind of funny actually to me. I'm not covering that. I love Stampin' Up. I love Paper Pumpkin. That's just really meaningful. So I'm going to put this, do I want to put them here? Oh yeah, we're going to put that butterfly right there. Then I'm going to come in with some of these amazing rhinestones, and we're just going to kind of put a few on there, here and there, and maybe right there. That's all I'm doing. I might add some ribbon. Let me see how much ribbon you actually need to retain for the other cards. I'm gonna find a way to do something amazing with these little sayings, so I'm not wrecking the verse that's on there. Let's see, the ribbon we need for each card to create this card. The sun is pretty harsh coming through. A minute ago it was like snow flurries out my window, so I'm sorry if it's getting really bright in here. Hi Sandy. Hi everyone. Thanks for being here. Let's see. The ribbon you need is 5 pieces for the card you're creating. So let's see if we can just, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. We're going to do something creative here. I'll take 5 inches of this ribbon and I'll cut it. And it's probably going to be too small to do a bow, but let's see if we can do something creative. Let's go this way, maybe. Let's see. It does need a pop of color. I'm just not sure where I'm going to go with that. Let's put a little adhesive there. I'm going to angle the ends. I don't want to ruin it. I was going to try and do something with it, but I'm going to hold off. And I don't know if you've ever seen this. I'm going to grab a glue dot and pop that glue dot there. And we are going to do that and that. So we're going to create this kind of different effect here. Put another glue dot there, and I'll show you closer once I'm done. And bring that over like so, if your fingers want to work. And bring that over. You're going to grab another glue dot. We're going to do this one more time. And let's put this here. Take that layer off. Bring that here. And we're going to grab our adhesive again. And we're going to, oops, make sure that sticks. Bring that down and cut that at another angle, opposite angle. Not quite angled the way I want it, but you get the gist. So I just added that little ruffle of ribbon right there so that I could keep this sentiment or this saying. It's just beautiful. If you want to add something else on the inside, you certainly can. That's where you can take that banner that was going to be on the outside. Where's those instructions that I've misplaced? I probably just threw them in the garbage, sorry. You can take that sentiment, I'll always be here for you, and you can add that to the inside of your card. Why not? Why not create that banner and put it on the inside of your card? But anyway, that is how the projects are supposed to be. But of course I changed that up because I just could not bear covering that. It's just beautiful. There's probably many other ways that you can actually show this off as well. I think even in a frame decorated with the elements in this kit would be gorgeous as well. So there you have it. Those are the projects in this kit, almost the way they're instructed. And on Sunday, when you join me for Sunday Live with MJ, I will feature the rest of my alternate projects. And I don't know if I'll recreate them or if I'll just show you and then do some other stamping. I might want to feature some stuff that's going to be retiring because I have a lot of favorite stamp sets and I'm really going to be sad if they go bye-bye when the new catalog comes out. So I might want to do some of that as well. So we'll see. I'll announce it. I hope that you are all doing well and you're staying healthy and all of that great stuff. And just know that I'm sending prayers and thoughts to everyone and hoping for brighter days ahead. So be well, and I will see you on Sunday, if not sooner. Everyone have a great night. Bye.